let's begin. Hey there, yogis. Welcome back to XSarah Yoga. We are moving through a sequence today for grief, yoga for grief, or if you're not experiencing grief, this will help if you're under an extreme amount of stress or you feel like there's just a lot going on in your life and you're having a hard time processing it. We'll move a little bit slower today and we'll work on finding these balances between being still and finding some movement to work some of that tension, stress, grief out of your body. So let's go ahead and get started. Grab your mat, put on something super comfy, and we'll begin today in a child's pose. Simple, knees wide, big toes together, and we'll take it all the way down. So if you have access to it, let your forehead come down to touch the ground. If not, you can always use a block or a book or a pillow underneath the forehead. And give yourself a moment here to breathe, to notice what's going on. Feel the breath start to widen into the body. And then really begin to feel the support of the ground. So let your body soften into the ground. All right, there's some things we just cannot change, that we just don't have any control over. And you can spend a lot of time fighting against those things and putting all of your effort into those things. But at the end of the day, it might be like gravity, right? You can't change gravity. It just will always exist. And so these still moments and these moments that we get with our own breath and our own body, they allow us to dissect which problems maybe our efforts can help to solve and which ones we can let go of that are just beyond our scope. So the good thing about it is you always have your breath here, breathing and noticing your breath in turn automatically starts to slow down the heart rate, the breathing rate, and moving more into your parasympathetic nervous system, so that more calming side. So know that just by being in these poses, whether or not your mind is drifting and you have to pull it back on occasion, just by being in the pose, you're already working to shift yourself into more balance. So we'll stay here low in child's pose, but we'll start to walk up and over to the right. And when you come up and over to the right, take your right hand and put it on top of your left, like a little paperweight, to create some pull in that left shoulder and the left arm. A nice opening into the left side body, and then come back to your breath. So using this time just to observe what's going on for you. What is your energy like? What does it feel like just to breathe? Beginning to use your exhales to soften deeper into the ground. And then we'll take our time and we'll climb back up through center and we'll make our way over to the left. So same thing here on the left side. Left hand comes on top of the right hand.
Opening up the side of the right ribs, the right side of the waist, the right low back. And then when you're ready on your inhale, we'll climb back up to center. And so pull yourself up onto your hands and your knees. And we'll walk the knees in so they're underneath the hips. Hands come underneath the shoulders. And we'll find a little cat-cow here. Tuck your toes underneath to find some mobility in the spine, to flex it out. Inhale, sweeps you open. Exhale, emptying out the lungs, let your head drop around through the spine. And again, deep breath in, take it forward. So a little bit of movement, right? Finding some of these pockets that might hold tension in the body. Again, deep breath in. And take your time here. So really make this more about the breath than anything else. Uh-oh. Hello. Oh. Hi, your tail caught on my necklace, huh? Okay. And it helps, right, to have a little four-legged friend that comes and goes whenever she pleases. All right, so once you get bored of this cat-cow, just take a couple circles with your hips. Find more pockets that you can get into. Maybe roll out the head, the neck. So really any movement goes here. Anything that feels like it's tight or needs your attenzione, give it that attention. I like to walk my hands forward and let the hips drop down and give the hips a rock from side to side, getting into the low back and the belly. And exhale, release. So we'll take this movement and bring it right up into a downward facing dog. So just one downward dog today to get into the backs of the legs and to feel a nice full body stretch here. So press into the hands, roll through the head and the neck, wiggle it out, pedal the legs, do whatever you've got to do here. So this practice in particular, and really all yoga, should be this personal practice, right? Doing what you need when you need it. Learning how to listen to your instincts in the body. It goes along with listening to your intuition. And so we can't really digest some of these things if we don't give our body enough time and space to absorb them first. So that's kind of what this practice is about. All right, so we'll come down and just give yourself a couple more circles, couple more rolls through the hips. And then when you're ready, we'll step that right foot up in between the hands. Come up onto your fingertips, take a breath in, really roll open the heart here. Tilt that chin down so the back of the neck is long. And then exhale, fold it up and over. Flex the toes back. So just to get into the legs. And again, we'll come forward, inhale. And then exhale, fold. So it's okay if there's a bend in this right knee. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Give yourself one more breath in here. And then exhale, come back forward. Left hand comes down. And we'll twist it open to the right. So option to just stay here. Or you can rock up on the knee and maybe grab that foot and find a deep stretch into the quad. So if that's not an option, don't worry about it, right? You can just stay here with that arm up towards the sky. Wherever you are, they'll think of feeling the belly hugging in and rolling the heart more open towards the sky. Big heart opener. Lean your head back in space. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release. So we'll step right knee back. Take a couple circles with the hips, roll it out. Roll out the head and the neck. And then we'll switch sides. Left foot comes forward. Rock forward, take a breath in, roll open. Exhale, let's fold it up and over this left leg. Feel that nice big stretch into the belly of the calf and the belly of the hamstring there. And then inhale, come forward. And once more, exhale, fold. And then we'll inhale, come forward. Land that right hand down and we'll twist open to the left. So push into the heel of your right hand and roll open through the heart. Long neck. So again, your option here, you can stay here, you can maybe bend that knee and reach for the foot, getting into the quad of that right thigh. Wherever you are, feel the navel hug in. Roll open through the heart. Lean your head back in space. And give yourself one more breath in. Exhale, release, let it go. And we'll slide the left knee back to meet the right. Give ourselves a couple more hip rolls here. And then we'll find a puppy pose. So knees stay right underneath the hips. Walk your hands forward and lower your elbows down. Forehead comes all the way down to the mat. And so feel that stretch across the front of the chest, peeling open the heart, let go of your jaw. And again, just check in what's going on here. Can you come back to your breath? So whether you're having a really joyful day or whether you're having a really sad or angry or whatever emotion it is, right? It's really all about just honoring that. Not necessarily getting trapped in it, but letting it move through you just like the breath. So stay low, slide the left arm, thread the needle underneath the right, and then drop down onto the left side of the head, the left shoulder. Option here to bend your right elbow and maybe peel open a little. And then wherever you are from the last couple moments, just let that right arm collapse in front of the left. Let your shoulder release like you're melting into the ground. And then we'll rise up and we'll switch sides. So left hand comes out, slide that right arm underneath, thread the needle, drop down onto the right side of the head and neck. You can bend your left elbow and use your finger pads to roll open a little more. And then for the last few moments here, drop that left elbow in front of the right. Let yourself sink, melt like your butter. Use your exhales to really sink into the ground. Let gravity exist. All right, don't fight it. And then we'll come back up. Take your time getting there. And so we're going to make our way either to a wall, or if you have a chair or a couch. I'm going to use my couch here. That's why we're shooting it here this way. So anything that you can send your legs up and over, sending your legs up and over a couch or a chair is going to be a little bit softer than coming into that straight L shape right against a wall where your legs go completely up the wall. So I prefer doing this for this sequence because it's a little bit softer. And so we'll come in here, scooch the bum right up to the couch and slide the backs of the calves up and over the couch or the chair, whatever you're using. And take a moment here and just let the arms flop open, palms facing up. So this is an inversion, right? It's really good for the digestive system and also just sending your body into that parasympathetic nervous system. So if you're constantly in fight or flight, or maybe dealing with a lot right now, this will allow your body to, without sleeping, move into that restful state. And so feel the weight of the hips and start to notice the breath and the movement from your breath in your lower belly and your low back. And so after you've had a couple moments here, we'll start to take this into a hip opener. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. And you can use your right hand or fingertips to gently course that knee further towards the couch or the chair, opening up the hip. If it feels okay, you can bring your left hand on your lower left belly to feel that breath's movement. And so again, this isn't anything super crazy, right? It's kind of simple. But sometimes we need the simple, right? Because we have so many other things going on. There's a lot of things that require structure and organization and planning. So for right now, just letting this be a little bit more free and just observing whatever it is that is already there. And we'll gently release this side and start to switch sides. So left ankle comes over the right knee. Using those left fingertips. If you want to peel open the knee, maybe right hand comes to the lower right belly. And breathing here. And so notice where you feel this stretch one last time here. Breathe into that space. And then exhale, release, and we'll send both legs back up and over the couch. Pause here, let those arms flap open. Maybe roll the shoulder blades underneath you a little, poofing out the heart. And so last thing we'll do here is begin to bring the bottoms of the feet together so you can slide the feet in front of the chair or the couch. Again, you might use your hands here just as a soft, gentle paperweight to keep those knees extending outward, peeling open both hips, both inner thighs. Take your time whenever you're ready. Help the knees back together. One last time, send the backs of the calves up and over your couch, your chair. And we'll let those arms release down. So just taking these last few moments to let your body digest some of the movement we've taken, the inversion that we're now in again. Letting your breath become nice and easy, very effortless. Just watching that pace, that pulse, the inner workings of your body without any real expectation to change or fix or solve anything in this moment. And so stay here, right? If this feels good, you can stay here for as long as you need. If you're ready or you've got to move on today, we'll take a nice big stretch. And we'll start to maybe take a fake yawn or a real yawn, letting that tension go in the jaw. Roll yourself off to either side and we'll come and peel up into one last seat. So sometimes you just need to pause and rest, always giving yourself the time to digest, right, what it is that you need to digest, so then you can move forward in the best way possible that's truest to you. Palms come together at the heart here. Find that length, find that strong spine, strong heart, strong mind, strong soul. You've got it. You'll figure it out right as it comes. Take one last inhale through the mouth. let it go. Bow your head down to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me and my friend Nala today. I'll see you next time on XSarah Yoga.